The U.S. offered Russia a deal. It is a prisoner exchange for the release of WNBA star Brittney Griner and former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan. They've been wrongfully detained and are being held in Russian jails as we speak. Russia responded today saying no concrete agreement has been made. Now, according to reports, America would exchange a Russian arms dealer, Viktor Bout, also known as the quote-unquote merchant of death, who is serving 25 years in Illinois. Here's what Paul Whelan's brother had to say about it.
Our reaction is a little bit of hope. The offer that the U.S. government has made and extraordinarily made public is super. Hopefully the Russian government will take the concessions that have been made and allow Paul to come home.
So what do you think of this deal? What do you think about the deal being made public, Al?
I think in 2022, everything is public.
Well, the Kremlin does not want it to be public. I don't
think anybody wants anything out there, but I don't think people have a choice anymore. I mean, look at January 6th. Thousands of videotapes, thousands of texts, thousands of emails. The world we live in, things are going to leak, and we'll get to that later in the show as well. But I'm not surprised this is public. I am understanding why things like this are kept under wraps. But I also understand, and I hate to be on the fence about this, why people are publicly advocating for Brittney Griner. I get both sides. But once things are public, you lose leverage, and that's what all these negotiations are about.
Or do you gain it? Is this a strategy by our Secretary of State? Sometimes in poker, you got to say I'm all in. If the Kremlin's not doing anything and Putin's, excuse the pun, putting on the pressure, what if you put it public? Now he's got nothing. You either do it or don't. It's his court. That's a strategy.
Does he seem like a person that caves to pressure?
I don't think so. I think it'll backfire.
Now, that possibly could happen. And we are getting rid of, just so you know, if this does work, Viktor Bout, a terrible man, a terrorist. This man's in jail for 25 years. He's been in for 14. He is the inspiration for Nicolas Cage's character in the 2005 movie Lord of War. He kills people from selling arms. Liberia, Sierra Leone, Afghanistan. Bad guy. I don't want him out of jail. Do I want Brittney and Paul Whelan home, Brittney Griner? Yes, I do. So I'm also bittersweet on this, but I do think Antony Blinken would not have made that public had it not been a thought-out strategy.
Erica?
Well, speaking of strategy, I just feel like this was the whole point all along. Like, we didn't talk about Brittney Griner publicly for months, you know, and then it was very much like you say something, you're one of very few people talking about it. The conversation is continuing. I just want to shout out to Tamron Spurwell, because she, from the very beginning, WNBA reporter, was the one that has been, did the petition. She has been the forward-facing person since the very beginning. I'm just wondering, the idea of Brittney being a political pawn didn't feel like just an idea. It felt like a strategy. And the fact that she's so high profile. And I think a part of this might be a PR move as well. Like, we are doing everything in our power to bring Brittney home, including making this very public and being willing to give over this very dangerous man in order to bring her home.
That's a great point.
You know, I don't know what the answer is. This whole thing is above me, but I do know that Brittney needs to come home. And this is, even if the deal is made, we still have to hold our breath to know that she's going to come home safely.
Yeah, wow. Well, we will definitely be keeping track of that story.